Då ska vi göra oss redo och hälsa våra gäster välkomna. Se om de är klara. Jajamän. So please help me welcome our guest from United Kingdom, Great Britain, Bristol Aztecs. We want to make a special welcome. He came 2020 to Karlstad, helped the team win the championship. Welcome back, number 0, Eddie Onamade. Once a Crusader, always a Crusader. Och mina damer och herrar ska vi presentera hemmalaget. Regerande svenska mästare, obesegrade hittills i år, Carlstad Crusaders! Då ska vi presentera först ut våra maskotar, pinguinspelarna Noah Lindholm och Olle Alehed. Välkommen grabbar! Starting defense, nummer 1 linebacker Rory Kelly. DB nummer 3 Erik Kyrkgier. D-line nummer 8, Sebastian Franzén. DB nummer 11, Nils Mcv. DB nummer 14, Ludvig Widmark. D-line nummer 19, Adam Claesson. DB nummer 31, Filip Benbacker. DB nummer 32, Elias Rosenqvist. Linebacker nummer 40, Alex Gudding. D-line nummer 41, Lukas Hedberg. Sist men inte minst, 42, Mattias Eriksson. Ska vi få båda lagen att ställa upp så kommer vi att köra respektive nationalsång. Först ut börjar vi med Storbritannien och därefter Sverige. Så vänligen publiken ställer upp och tar era huvudbonader. We will now do the national anthem. We will start with Great Britain. Thereafter we will have the Swedish national anthem. Please rise, take your headgear off and prepare.
Hello and a warm welcome to a chilly and a bit rainy Karlstad here today when we have the quarterfinals in the Champions League. When we were facing the Carlstad Crusaders is the home team against Bristol Aztecs. My name is Olof Widquen and today I have Robert with me. Hello, Robert.
Hello. How are you today, Olof?
impeccable. We're excited about some good football. And right now we're listening to the British national anthem. And the Swedish national anthem. And there we have the national anthems completed, and we're ready to form some exciting football. Robert, what do you feel for the game today?
I think we're going to have a hard-hitting game. The UK teams are always known for their physicality,
right?
Their ability to play to the end of the whistle, and hopefully Carlstad Crusaders will be the driving team today.
Right.
I hope. We have two teams that won with significant figures in their previous round, where the Aztecs actually beat another Crusader team, Amsterdam Crusader, 46-7, and Karlstad played the Eidsvoll 1817s from Norway,
which was also a high-scoring game. So we have two powerful offenses facing up against two strong defenses. It's going to be an interesting matchup today. And something you already mentioned is the physicality, the British team, big and strong. That's also something the head coach, Christian Forsman of the Crusaders, mentioned, that even though they're big and strong, he wants to try to use the speed that the Crusaders possess.
Yeah, I think that could be a key for the Crusaders. We have a little bit of a wet field today as well.
Right.
It has been dry the week, but it's rained a little bit the last couple of days, so the field might be a little bit heavy, and that could be something that Crusaders could take some advantage of.
And that's something we saw affecting the game in the game before here, when the women's team played. There was some struggles in the kicking game and in the passing game. We'll see how it affects this game, as the rain has, at least for now, stopped coming down.
Yeah, we're used to have a sunny weather when we play football in Karlstad, but not today.
And here we have the captains taking the field for the coin toss. Captains for the Crusaders are number 42, Mattias Eriksson, number 15, Slade Jarman, number 55, Isak Berg, and finally Rory Kelly, I think, number 1. And the British captain, former Crusader player, first number 0, Eddie Unamade. And then we have number 12, who is Tim Cook, tight end, and number 44, Ryan Davies, linebacker, and finally number 88, wide receiver, Kieran Spencer Cutland. Okay, aggressive call from the Crusaders. They won the coin toss and want to receive. What do you think about that call, Robert?
Yeah, I think that's something they have done quite a bit this year so far. They want to start with the ball. They want to set the standard. They want to come out there and take command of the game from the get-go.
And going back to something that head coach Christian Forsman mentioned, is that so far the Crusaders offense have been able to start strong and end strong, and something he wants to see today is have a more even performance throughout the game. We'll see how that plays out.
And we should also say that today's game is official by Jim Kaya and his crew. So we wish all the teams and referees good luck today.
And the returners for the Crusaders will be number 88, Matteo Monzanica, and number 1, Rory Kelly. And today we have the Crusaders playing in white. Oliver Luck kicks off. It's a good kick, received by Matteo. Takes it up towards the sideline. Good return. And he passes midfield, almost.
Good return there. They set it up.
Very good return.
With the right return, and the Aztecs are finally making the push out at the 46-yard line of Carlstad Crusaders.
That's a great return. How important is that, Robert?
Special teams is going to be really important today. We saw it in Bristol's game last game against the Amsterdam Crusaders. It was a big advantage for them with good special teams.
Right. And we have a 2x2 set for the Crusaders. Play Jarman drops back, scrambles, and finds number 24 for about, is it almost a 10-yard gain?
A little bit more. I think it's a first down for the Crusaders. Tim Schultz taking it up, Ryan running out on the side, and finally makes the Crusader get a first down on the Bristol's 43-yard line.
Great start.
I think Slade Jarman were looking for a little bit deeper pass, but had to break it down and pass it down to the running back.
And now the Crusaders line up with 3 receivers on the left side. It's a handoff to Tim Schultz. Runs up the middle and gets stops after about a 3-4 yard gain.
Yeah, I think it's a good first play. Have a 2nd and 6.
Yep.
Gives Crusaders a lot of options.
And the Crusaders defense has been playing well all season, so that's also something the head coach mentioned, that it gives the offense a lot of options, a lot of security to have that in your back. Another handoff, and this time we have number 55 from the Bristol Aztecs. It is Charlie Days who meets up running back Tim Schultz in the backfield. Stop him. Yeah, he is able to get back to the original line of scrimmage almost. Lost about half a yard.
Yeah, we see a big grown D-line from the Bristol Aztecs. See if they can control Carlstad Crusaders' O-line, which is also famous for being large and tall.
The Jarman drops back, finds Tim Schultz, who is brought down by number 44, I think, Ryan Davies. Captain,
a great play by the defense of the Aztecs.
And this is interesting. Would you go for it here?
It's early in the game. It's a little bit of no man's land. Crusader is known to go for it on the 4th, so I definitely think they will go for it.
Especially, as mentioned, with as much trust as they have in their defense, that gives them security to go for it here. And they line up with an empty backfield. Drop back, quick pass to the outside, and it's almost picked off.
Number 6, Ryan Scott Morton, had it almost in his hands, and if he would have grabbed that, it would be a 6-0 lead for the Aztecs. Now they take a turnover on downs instead, starting on their own 38-yard line.
Yeah. Aggressive call did not pan out this time. Good play by the Aztec defense.
Definitely. So we will see Crusaders defense line up against the Bristol Aztecs. They have a really balanced offense. They run a lot and they pass a lot. It's about a 50-50 split. So we'll see what their game plan will be today. With their American quarterback Ethan Gritzinger taking the snap.
It's a handoff to the running back, who is brought down by number 42, Matthias Eriksson. It's a great open field tackle.
Joe Ompoma tried to get around the corner, but Matthias was there to make the stop, and we have a loss of about 4 yards on that play. Down at the Aztecs 34-yard line.
Which makes it about 2nd and 13. Drops back to pass. Oh, it's almost a sack. Let's see if that's intentional grounding, or did he leave the pocket?
Well, it's not past the line of scrimmage, so it should be a flag.
Yeah, there's the flag.
Tim Kaya drops it. We will have a loss of down for that play and a long 3rd down.
So what Ethan is doing here is getting rid of the ball to avoid the sack, but when he gets rid of the ball, it has to pass the original line of scrimmage, or there has to be a receiver in the vicinity, which the referee says it wasn't. So now it's a loss of down, and we have a 3 and long.
And the quarterback Ethan is quite trigger happy with the deep ball. So I think the Karlstad DBs need to back off a little bit to make sure that they don't have a completion on this crucial 3rd down.
It's a handoff. Number 31, who is met up after a gain of about 1 yard.
Sebastian Franzén, the big run stopper in the middle, takes care of that run.
So that's first drive is a loss about 12 yards. Strong start by the Crusaders defense.
A little bit surprised they didn't try to go for the pass on that long 3rd down.
Good snap. It's a high punt towards the sideline, and it bounces out about midfield.
Yeah, the punter has a pretty good leg. I don't think he really felt he had the time there to launch it full out, or maybe they were a little bit afraid of the return for Crusaders, so they tried to aim for the sideline.
So it's the Crusaders offense taking the field once more for their 2nd drive.
A decent first drive, in though it ended on a 4th down conversion, but they got the ball going with a couple of first downs.
Right.
So I think it's important to get that start in the early stages of the game.
See, now we have a run once again up the middle. Tim Schultz shaking some tackles, making some moves, and advances about 13 yards.
Really great run by Tim Schultz there. Get a great help from the Crusader O-line.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a strong play from the Crusaders O-line, making that happen. Crusaders quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
H back there in the number 84, Anton Jansson coming into the game as well.
And that's a quick stop in the backfield. Good play there by number 53, I think.
I think it's a good effort by Tim Schultz there to still get the 2 yards.
Yep, absolutely.
But it could have been a no gain on that play easily.
And that's why it's so important to, even though the first contact is there, you keep the legs churning. And so far in the season, we've seen a very well-coached running back group in the Crusaders. Another handoff. Oh, it's a low, hard tackle there by number 28. And it's enough for a first down for the Crusaders. See here on the replay. Or that might have actually been number 17 coming late. Daniel Bates.
Another first down for the Crusaders.
Yep.
They are continuing their long drive here.
And it's really important to get that confidence early. We have an defensive offside free play here. Oh, so close to bringing that up. That's Albin Forsman guarded by formerly mentioned Eddie Unamade.
Yes, Eddie played here in Carlstad Crusaders. I think it was in the 2020 season.
Yep.
Where we won the national title with Carlstad Crusaders.
Very good play. And since this was a free play because of the offside from the defense, they got fooled on the hard count. It's a 1st and 5. Wins on the right side. 2 running backs. Good snap. Launch it towards the field side. Good catch. And
Albin
Forsman makes some moves, gets some yards, and it's a 1st down again.
I don't think they need yet to go for the deep ball. Make sure that you get the ball in the hands of the receiver. They get comfortable. They get the drive going. So nice play calling by head coach / offensive coordinator Christian Forsman for Carlstad Crusaders.
Now they're in the red zone for the first time of the game. The fake handoff. A slant was wide open. It is number 88, Matteo Monzanica, who gets the first score for the Crusaders.
Yeah, he has become a little bit of a favorite target for Slade Jarman in the Crusaders offense. So once again, they show that their connection is really great. Coming in on a more or less of a slant.
Yeah, we can see him running untouched into the end zone.
I think the corner is biting on the swing route from the slot receiver there.
Yep.
Leaving the safety a little bit in the blind.
And it's so important to get contact with the receiver to avoid this type of plays, to slow their timing down and disrupt that sort of play. But the Crusaders utilizes that opportunity. It's a great play by the offense, good drive, and we have 7-0 to the Carlstad Crusaders.
Christian Helgar makes the extra point, filling in for Albin Forsman, who used to be the kicker and punter last year. But he had a knee injury earlier this season, so Helgar has come in and making the kicks and the punts and the kickoffs and done that really, really well.
And here we'll see him making the kickoff as well. And you can see the Bristol team has been scouting him apparently, because they're lining up pretty far back within the 5-yard line.
We have number 2, Darius St. Robinson, and number 7, Andrew James Carr, returning.
Good kick.
Low drive kick.
Number 7 returning.
Andrew James Carr returning that. We have a great tackle done by number 40. Alex Gooding. I think he is one of the best special team players in Sweden. I think he has about 50% of all the tackles Crusaders make on the kickoffs.
Great play.
Oh, it's actually Matthias this time.
It
Matthias Eriksson, number 42.
Might be the most experienced player on the Crusaders defense.
Definitely. Matthias is up showing a blitz.
It goes.
And it
looks like he slipped.
It's a little bit of a mess there in the backfield for Aztecs. Field could be a little bit slippery. It's a hybrid field, so it's both grass and some turf inserted into it. So sometimes you can get a little bit slippery on this, especially when it's a little bit wet. The shoes are filled up with grass, and see how.
And once again, the Bristol Aztecs has to start from 2nd and long. Here we have a pass, sidearm it. And we have a flag coming from the side ref. Could that be offside?
Good. What the result of this flag is?
It comes in. It could be lining up in the neutral zone.
It looks like he's looking at the Carlstad Crusaders sideline, so it should.
Okay,
should
it's
be
illegal
offense.
shift. And the new down gets even pushed further back.
Still second down, 2nd and 17. So I think we might see the first deep ball here by the quarterback for the Aztecs. Quite tall and athletic receivers. Now it's another
run up the middle, and he gets about 5 yards to make the third down a bit more manageable.
That is a little bit more manageable because it's still
yeah,
still 3rd and 13.
It's the second time we've seen them running up the middle with the Crusaders defending a long down.
4 wideouts, 2x2 from the Aztecs.
Now they really need that deep ball you mentioned before.
Number 2
definitely
is slippery a
slippery.
little bit. Here he comes across the field.
As a scramble, and he gets hit as he throws the ball.
Get the ball, get the ball. It's running out of bounds. It deemed an incomplete pass by the referee, and I think that is correct call.
Yep.
We have 4th down, deep in the Bristol Aztecs territory.
And another strong performance by the Crusaders defense.
Crusaders defense has started really well in this Swedish Super Series as well. So I think Tracy Gear, the DC, has done an awesome job with a young, talented defense. There were some question marks regarding the DBs in Karlstad because they are a little bit younger and unexperienced, but led by Rory Kelly. I think the DBs has played excellent this year so far.
I agree. We're still getting ready for the punt.
Yeah. We had a couple of huge punts in the Amsterdam Crusader game. See what happens in a moment. Okay.
So that's looking like 2 3 and outs for the Aztec offense. A little bit of a low punt. Snap, sorry.
Okay.
And
the Crusader elect not to return, and it bounces
Crusaders
out
bounce
at the Aztecs 47-yard line.
Still another great field position for the Crusaders.
Yeah, and I think with this field and this weather, the field position is going to be really important in this game, and I think that's something Crusaders has won so far.
Yeah, great job on special teams so far. So the Crusaders take the ball once more. It's about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. We have 7-0 to the Crusaders for now. It's a swing pass to Tim Schultz, who snacks it out of the air and gets upfield, and that's enough for a first down.
He single-handedly almost takes 4 yards with 3-4 Aztecs hanging on him. It's a great. That's one of the hardest passes from the quarterback and the running back to catch and still manage to
that's
just
a great
get
catch.
out of the first tackle and then just continue to pump his legs and getting another 3-4 extra yards.
Yep. That's a great catch. That pass came in hot. We have trips to the field side for the Crusaders. Drops back, runs up the middle once more. Oh, he shakes off another tackle, loses his helmet, and gets about 8 or 9 yards.
We can also give you a little bit of an update between Finland and Sweden U19 European Championship. I think it's the semi-final. We have 21-21 at full time, and it is overtime.
Lots of good football going on. Crusaders, 2nd and 2.
We have a new running back. Tom Andersson is on the field.
Who's a strong runner. Oh, wide open. Too bad. He can't haul that one in.
Leo Markusson has nothing but grass around him. If he just catches that, it will probably be a touchdown. We're playing third and short. So in this territory, it's definitely a two down conversion for
absolutely.
Crusaders. So no stress. They're probably gonna run the ball or do a short pass here on the third down.
And we see running back Tim Schultz back in the game. Fake handoff. Not find the receiver. A wide open midfield again. Is that Matteo once more? Yeah, number 88. Now we have a bunch of flags. Let's see what's going on.
It's probably a blindside hit there by Albin trying to block for Matteo.
Let's see on the replay here.
Oh, yeah, it's a blindside block. Very clear, so...
That'll back him up.
Question mark, is that from the spot of the foul, right? So it's 15 yards, so it might still be a first down.
I would think so, yeah.
Yes, it is a first down. Unfortunately, the block there, I don't know how much that impacted the play. It was a great play by Matteo. That would have resulted in a first down and a first and goal.
Yeah.
Now we play first down from the Aztecs 21-yard line.
And the Crusaders lining up with two receiver on each side. Single back in the backfield. Motion. Number 4. Play Jarman rolls out. Try to find his receiver. Goes deep. And not able to connect.
Was more or less just throwaway there. Most of the receivers were covered, but we do have a flag on the play. Seems to be on the Crusaders.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Guess they're gonna back them up there and replay first down.
We could not hear what Jim said, but I assume there was some kind of a formation issue on Karlstad side.
So now we have first and 15. The Crusaders are backed up 5 yards after that penalty and the incompletion.
They start to use number 84 more than blocking. He can sneak up in the seam.
Very soft hands on number 84.
Another run. First and 15 takes them nowhere, so we play second and 15.
A good play by the Aztec defense.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's very important to keep the Crusaders out of the end zone to maintain that momentum and go in the team.
Sub in number 92, Carlson Charles, who is a big run stopper in the middle. Now I think we will see if the Crusaders could gain a bit more yards on this one, maybe short passes.
Yep. It's second and 15. Garmin drops back. Screenplay to Tim Schultz. Great play.
Finally.
Good tackle by Eddie Unamade, open field. After about a 13, 14-yard gain.
Now we're also in field goal range.
Right,
see
yes.
Here one more try, and if not, I think they will probably kick it at this time to make sure we have a 2-score game.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what they decide on that if they end up in that position. Oh, they jumped. Did they go offside? Yeah, we have a flag and an interception.
But it is a free play.
It's a free
play. Should be at least.
So we have an interception on the field, but we also have a flag.
Seems like it was a defensive offside.
Yep.
And the receiver, Albin Forsman, slips a little bit out there. That's why Eddie has the opportunity to take that pick a little bit easier.
Yep. So now we have that first and goal that
Now
was pushed back.
We're back at where we were once earlier in this drive before the flag.
It's from about the 10-yard line. Now we have a run up the middle. It's worked well.
A counter for Team Schultz, and it takes about 8-9 yards.
Great play.
We're close to the end zone.
Now we see a lot of big bodies coming onto the field.
I just said they're probably going to put in the heavy formation.
Yep.
Maybe put in a little bit more meat for the Crusader offense.
Let's see if they can muscle their way into the end zone.
Okay, it is 2nd and 2.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter.
A lot of defensive football so far. Good driving of the football for the Crusaders. It's been...
Yeah, I still think that the Aztecs is making it tough for Crusaders.
Yes, absolutely.
Their defense is playing well, and they gain yards, but not that many in each play. So it takes a while, but that's also quite nice for the offense to have these long drives, know that you're controlling the ball. And
and nice for the Crusaders defense to get well rested whenever they get on the field.
Definitely. This is actually the 4th team that Carlstad Crusaders is playing from UK. We have played London Blitz, and we have played London Warriors, and we have played Thamesworth Phoenix back in the days. And Crusaders is actually undefeated versus UK teams.
Now they are about 2 yards out from the end zone.
And if I know Christian Forsman correct, he's going to use all remaining 3 downs to try to get in the end zone. 13-0 for
a big package. Heavy package line up the middle. Quarterback keep, runs to the left. Runs into the end zone, untouched.
He did not need any 3 tries on that one. It was the first one. Big heavy package, making ways for Slade Jarman to himself take it into the end zone. And we have a 13-0 score pending the extra point.
It's a really good team play here. You can see they are able to move the Aztec defense as they want and leave the running back, the runner, Slade Jarman, untouched into the end zone. Here we have the extra point, which is good.
Extra point is good, and we have a 14-0 score.
So, looking at the game in the whole picture for now, what do you want to see from the Aztec offense coming out now in the second quarter?
As I said earlier, I thought he would try to go deep a little bit more often. They have a solid running game. Last game they had about 3 or 4 different running backs coming in if they needed short yardage. They had a couple of guys to run that. They had a couple of more explosive guys, quicker guys. I would think that they will try to have the little bit more speedy running game and try to go deep a little bit more.
Yep.
He has a good arm, Ethan. So I think they want to go there, and now they definitely start to need to go there as well.
Right. Yep.
Because the Crusader defense has stacked up a little bit, which makes the run a little bit more difficult.
And sides, he finds a lane and advances to about the 28-yard line.
It's a good coverage for the Crusaders kickoff team there. There were no big open spaces to run at.
So let's see if they are gonna sling the ball a bit deeper. It's also important to keep the defense guessing, to kind of stretch them out and not only be too one-dimensional.
And they also need to have the Crusader defense on the field a little bit
Right.
longer. No,
We have
No,
a run up the middle, a good run.
3 and outs and that kind of thing. They need to get a drive going, and it's a good start.
Very good start. By running back Emmanuel Abadibawa. Second and 5 for the Aztec offense.
Have another run.
hand up. It's a good run. That's about 10 yards.
First down. That's what they need.
It's the first down, right?
I cannot recall. Maybe they had one earlier, but
They needed one now, regardless.
they really needed one now to get this offense going.
And
Continue with the
another
run,
run,
but,
and now he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Sebastian Franzén is making that 1 yard gain only.
But that's also a huge difference. You've seen that the first 2 drives they had to start, it was long downs. They had to back up every play. Now at least they get a yard. It's a huge difference playing 2nd and 9 and playing 2nd and 15.
Oh yeah. Okay, we have a play action, and there comes the ball.
Oh.
It's a little bit overthrown though. He was targeting. There is St. Robinson. The Americans tried to make some connection there, but the Karlstad DBs felt like they were still having that under control, even though the pass was a little bit overthrown.
That was a good route.
Yeah. Nice placement on the outside there. It probably could be in a completion.
Which now brings to a 3 and long. And we have another run.
And we have a gang tackle.
Lots
led
of
by
white
Mattias
jerseys.
Eriksson.
It's a great play by the Crusaders defense, and that really you can tell it's a well-disciplined team when you see all those white jerseys rallying towards the ball.
Oh. As a former defensive players, both you and me, we just love it. See Filip Enbacker coming in from the safety position and helping out on the tackle as well.
So, Bristol getting ready for the punt. Good punt.
And high and nice punt going towards the sidelines. They don't want Crusaders to return.
That's the feel.
Maybe they watched the game where Rory had 2 returns taken for touchdown. So they tried to angle it to the sidelines so Crusaders will not be able to return it.
And for the first time this game, the Crusaders have a long field ahead of them.
Yeah, definitely, and
let's see how that affects the play calling. Maybe we'll see some deep passes once again.
We know Slade also have the arm, and we have
absolutely
a really talented Crusader receiving core. So
the hand up, hand off up the middle.
It's tough not to give Tim the ball on first downs, averaging about 5 yards on those carries, which gives Horseman and company a quite big opportunities on second down to dig deep into the playbook.
Yeah, we've mentioned this a couple of times now, that the distance going on the second down, like the difference between having to go 4 yards and many yards, well, 10 plus, it's a huge difference. And swing pass to the outside. Great catch by number 2, Richard Guion. And also a great tackle. Open field. Let's see the replay here.
I think it's number 18, Matteus Nudelman, making that tackle.
A great place.
Late substitution for the Crusaders coming in. 15 seconds on the play clock.
It looks like we have some bigger bodies coming onto the field.
We have Mattias Eriksson, the defensive star on the offensive field, to have a timeout. Play clock was running a little bit late there. 2 seconds left. Slade Jarman decides to take a timeout.
Yeah, this is an important down for both teams, because if the Aztecs are able to stop the Crusaders here, they have plenty of time to make something happen before going into the second half where they start with the football.
Yeah, definitely. And if Karlstad can make a first down and continue to have a long drive, as I said, it's a long field, but that also helps with controlling the clock and making this like an 8-minute drive and cutting off most of the remaining of the second quarter here. That will narrow down the opportunities for the Aztecs to come back late in this quarter. I think they are running quite a bit up in the middle for the Crusader.
Yeah.
I thought they were, as Thorfinn said, they would try to use speed a little bit, that will try to run a little bit more on the outsides, but so far it's been a great call for the Crusaders offense.
Yeah, I don't know if that comes from identifying maybe the strong defensive end play in Bristol, so they prefer going up the middle. It's a toss. Tim Schultz, a lot of open grass. Let's see how much he can speed it out.
It's a great run. That hole was as wide as a car parking slot.
And now they came to the outside. It's a great block.
I think Tim has done a great job in the Crusaders so far this year. He has some big shoes to fill from Alexander Channing, who was here last year, who has had really big play potential. I think Tim maybe not have that speed and breakaway speed, but still he has the legs to take those 4, 5, 10-yard runs a little bit better than Channing.
And now we see a very strong play by Slade Jarman, who almost gets tackled for a loss there, but maybe is able to push the defender off and get about 5 yards.
They are fighting hard on Tim Schultz now.
Yeah.
Making sure that he will not run the ball. That opens up some possibilities for Slade.
So now we have 1st and 10 from midfield for the Crusaders. It's
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8, sorry. Oh. That's a dangerous play.
Yeah, Guion almost had that, but dropped it in the end, so we play 3rd and 8. So do we think they go for the screen that they have done successfully so far, or
I would say that's a good bet. Bristol wants a timeout.
Yeah, they needed that. They were 12 men on the field, so they give some time for Charles to run off the field, not get the 5-yard, making the Carlstad Crusader 3rd a little bit easier for them. It was a good timeout.
Yeah, we anticipated a good, hard, physical game, and that's what we've gotten so far.
Yeah, I think it's definitely two really good defenses on the field.
Yep.
Carlstad Crusaders' offense has been a little bit stronger than the Bristol Aztecs' offense, I feel like.
Yep.
They have a good mix of run and throwing the ball, but with a successful running game as Karlstad has, they don't need to rely on the passing game, which is a little bit more difficult to handle in this weather.
Yep, absolutely.
We're hitting about, I think, 11, 12 Celsius now, so for receivers to keep warm and grab that hard thrown ball from Slade Jarman is a little bit difficult.
So here we go, 3rd and 8. Big down for the Crusaders here. It's a wide receiver screen. Let's see if he can go all the way. He's being chased down by number 53.
Albin Forsman makes a
Idrissa Fofana.
awesome catch.
It's a great
Juking
catch.
his receiver and just bursting up the sideline. Taking it about 35 yards down to the Aztecs 50-yard line, I think we are at.
You got to take the time to mention here Idrissa Fofana, who chases down that from the line of scrimmage pretty much from his linebacker position. That's lots of effort goes into that play. It's 1st and goal for the Crusaders. It's toss. And he gets stood up in the backfield by number 5. Duffer Green.
Second time Schultz's helmet gets off, so he has to sub.
Maybe he needs to sub that chin strap.
Yes.
So it's 2nd and goal for the Crusaders, about 6 yards to go.
7 yards, and both Crusaders come up with is a passing play towards Bergvall.
Oh, great play. So you see the opportunity with the one-on-one on the side. You throw it where only your wide receiver can get it. It's a great throw. It's a great catch.
It's a great play by Bergvall, who's really occupied by the cornerback, where he just takes it on the outside away from the corner and makes the nice catch in the end zone.
It's really good because the corner is in a good position.
He plays that play really good. I would say it's Bergvall's touchdown. He makes that.
You also got to give credit to Slade Jarman, who puts it kind of behind Bergvall there because he sees the coverage is on point. So Bergvall steps back to get it.
It's a perfect throw. And Kristoffer Helgar also makes an extra point. We have a 21-0 score. 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
And now we really would like to see some deep throws from the Bristol Aztec offense, because they need to make something happen before going into halftime to have kind of a momentum for that rest.
Yeah, this is definitely the drive they need to get going,
right?
To make this a game at all. If Karlstad would make this halftime score 21-0, will be a big climb uphill for the Aztecs in the second half.
Good kick. Good run. Good coverage as well. Once again, you see Rory Kelly being close to the tackle. Not sure if he made it, but see on the replay here. No, sorry, that's actually Mattias Eriksson once again. Let's see what they can make happen here. It's
here comes
fake
the deep ball.
There it is.
Oh, that is incomplete.
That is incomplete.
No pass defense, defensive pass interference in my opinion either.
No, I agree. I agree.
Cover it out. The receiver is not close to the ball.
And as a former defensive back, I totally agree with that non-call. It's a good play by Filip Enbacker. So now we have 2nd and 10. Oh, free play.
Free play. There goes the deep ball. It's thrown out of bounds.
Yep. And now we have 2 flags.
We have I don't know what that flag on the
Yeah.
receiver would be. He's still in field when he pushes him, and it's uncatchable. So it shouldn't be a penalty in my opinion.
Let's
The
see what
defense
they
offside
decide.
is harder to
Right, yeah.
to discuss. That was a clear defensive offside for the Crusaders D line. Went on the hard count there from Bristol. That Rory still has a discussion with the referee if it and why it is a penalty. But instead of a 5-yard penalty, it's a 15-yard penalty and automatic first down for Bristol. So if you cannot make first downs on running or passing the ball, it's also possible to get it on penalty.
Yeah, and to be honest, I gotta say, like, if they would have thrown the past one that we talked about, defensive pass interference, that would have been more clear to me. But once again, the ref is right there on the sideline. And
Yeah.
did the ball pop out? Nope.
Yes, Eriksson, one of Carlstad Crusaders' very experienced linebackers. Him and Alexander Gooding is a good tandem to have there in the middle for the Crusader defense.
Yeah, it's a great tackle. He picks him up, and Emmanuel Abedibawa it's a big running back, so that's not an easy task just to pick him up and put him down.
Yeah.
And now we have 5 minutes left and closing in on midfield. Another run up the middle, who is stopped instantly.
More or less a loss of 1 yard on that play. Play 3rd and 9.
Yeah.
I would just try maybe not to run up the middle.
Yeah, I was gonna
Aztecs.
say, and I'm a bit surprised we haven't seen that many screens. The Crusaders box is really aggressive and you know, coming after them when they run up the middle. So maybe try a few screens here to keep them honest.
Yeah. 4th and 3rd down. And we had the pass, and it's
Long pass. It's a good catch. Did he hang on to that?
he did.
He
a
did.
Great catch by Andrew James Carr.
It's
Just sits there on the sideline, make sure both feet are in, catches the ball. We have a first down for Bristol Aztecs.
It's really good of Ethan there to find that open window between the safety and the corner.
Oh yeah, it was a great pass.
So now they're marching the ball down the field here, and once again they try to run up the middle, and he is stopped after about a 1 or 2 yard gain.
Get a new running back onto the field, number 40. That is Archibald Callum. So
Yeah, that-
he's a little bit more of a speedy guy. See if he uses that or if he goes for the pass.
And it is a handoff. Stopped instantly for a loss. Back at the original line of scrimmage, which will give the Bristol Aztec offense 3rd and 10. Are you surprised they're subbing out the big, strong runner, taking a bit more of a speed back, and then even though you have that personnel, you run up the middle?
Yeah, I think they maybe want some fresh legs getting in there.
Right.
But it feels like that's their game plan. That's what they're going to stick to. So far, we'll see what adjustments that will be made in the halftime.
And here we're definitely in a where they can use that 4th down to go for it, and on that, considering the clock and where they are on the field.
Yeah, and the score. So
Especially,
I
yeah.
definitely think they will try to score on this. It's still too long for a field goal from this point, so they probably use both downs to try to get the first down and get the drive going. And now we also hear the speaker announce that Sweden beat Finland in the U19 European Championship in overtime, 24-21.
Congratulations, Sweden. And now it's 3rd and long. Switch to 2x2. Drops back for the pass. It's a
Here
deep
comes the
ball.
And he
is he
catching
inbound?
it, but unfortunately
caught
out
it.
of bounds. A great catch.
That is a great catch.
Ball is a little
It
bit.
almost looked like he got 1 foot inbounds.
It was close. We do have the 4th down coming up.
It's probably on the line. The ref is right there, so he's got a better view than we have.
We now play 4th down with 3 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
It's a 4th and long.
And we have a delay of game.
Oh, that is unfortunate. So now they have a 4th and 15, 3 minutes left. Would you go for it here on 4th and 15?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think this will change anything for them. They're still going to seek the deep pass. It's 4th and 10 or 4th and 15. Doesn't matter so much for them.
And we've seen them taking chances down the field, and they've been close. It's not like it's nothing there. It's really close. They've just been unable to connect.
Here we go
drops
again.
back. Deep ball. Oh, it's a bit too far. Lots of white jerseys in the vicinity.
We have a turnover on down. Carlstad Crusaders get the ball on their own 40. Is it 40-yard line? 41st yard line, and about 3 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, and if you're the Bristol defense, you really want to see a turnover here. If they ever need one, it's now.
Do you think Carlstad Crusaders will attack this, try to get deep?
Yes.
A couple of early.
Yes, especially considering that the Bristol Aztecs is starting with the ball in the 2nd half. Pass towards the sideline. Let's see if he's able to get out.
And we get a holding call. Leo Markusson that takes his defensive back and just drives him off. Not 100% sure that should be a holding call. I think it's an awesome block by Leo.
Hands to the face.
Oh, that's why it wasn't
Yep.
on that, because I did not think it was a holding call. It was a hands to the face by the defense instead.
Right. Yeah.
And now we're marching down to Aztecs 36-yard line. How would you reason here, Olof? Would you sort of go back to the run, still 3 minutes, make sure you use the clock be able to score with less than 30 seconds left?
Yeah, we've seen the Crusaders been able to move the ball, and both by running, both by passing, short game, long game. It's definitely, I would choose some clock here.
Have a first down.
First down. It's tackled out of bounds.
Mid-range pass completion to Albin Forsman. That's a nice out route that he catches and steps out of the sideline.
Looks like he was perhaps determined that he was tackled on the field because the clock is still running.
I think since it's not 2 minutes, under 2 minutes they stop the clock when you go out of bounds. I think that is the rule.
We have an audible here from Slade Jarman. Let's see what he sees.
3 seconds on the play clock, and they just managed to get the snap going.
Oh, good coverage.
Almost.
So close for Albin Forsman to hold that in.
Yeah, then that stops the clock though.
I think Slade Jarman saw something on the defense because he made an audible and then the throw wasn't there, which makes him look for the flat.
He has Matteo sitting quite open also on the left side there. That should have been an easy completion and 8 to 10 yards.
But now we have 2nd and 10 for the Crusaders. Drops back, finds Albion once more.
Yeah.
And that's a really good play. You know, you see the defense sitting off. It's right there. They take what the defense give them. That's a
It's
really
about
conscious play.
6-7 yards on that play. We play 3rd and 4. And we also have the 2-minute warning, so clock has stopped.
Crusaders has been able to get about a minute off the clock. Oh, that's an interception. Let's see how far he can take that. It's a good hit by Tim Schultz.
They tried to find, was it Anton Jansson up the seam, or who was it who released down the field? Trying to make Aztecs believe it's the big heavy package. He seeks Bergvall, but they don't get fooled. They have 2-3 guys covering Bergvall there.
Daniel Bate is right there making the interception. That's a gutsy throw.
Yes. Now we have 1:46 for the Aztecs to try to make this game a little bit more even.
It's an exciting final minutes we got here.
Definitely. They continue with the
run
run.
Up the middle. Oh, it's a good run. Let's see.
The first down.
It is a first down.
And he runs out of bounds, which stops the clock. That's really important for the Aztecs at the moment as well, to keep as much clock on the scoreboard as possible heading down the field.
That's Joey Ampurma. Like you said, now that's the 3rd running back we've seen getting the ball. It's a good rotation on the running backs.
And another run.
Stop instantly. I'm a bit surprised to see why they decide to run up the middle there once again. It's
I would try to exploit the possibility of passing the ball a little bit more from the Aztec side, especially with 1:10 almost on the clock now. I think the Karlstad DBs need to back off a little bit, because the long ball is gonna come.
Looking for it.
Out of bounds again. Great catch by number 85, Oliver Luck, but he's not so lucky in finding his feet inside the field on those passes. 2 great catches, but
you're absolutely right, Robert. They're right there. The timing is just slightly off.
And we should not forget also that Ethan is quite good with his legs, the Aztecs quarterback. So when he has the chance, he can run for it.
Yeah, which we haven't seen yet.
We have not seen that. I thought that would be a little bit part of their game plan, but not yet.
Now we have a minute left to go. It's 3rd and long for the Aztecs.
Okay, we go to the deep ball again. Have a timeout by the Aztecs.
Which was unfortunate, because I felt like the pass was there.
That could have been. I think Luck is still a little bit open on those passes. I think the defense need to make a little bit of an adjustment to make sure that they have Luck covered here going forward in at least this half.
Yeah, it's definitely time to see some sort of prevent defense now, with such a long field to go and less than a minute left on the clock.
Yeah, I know Tracy is quite keen on not make too many changes.
Right.
Maybe could be a little bit more aggressive to get some pressure on the quarterback and still sit in the same coverage. But if not, I'd see some little bit softer coverage, because even if they have a 20-yard completion, it's still less than a minute and 50 yards to go from this point.
And now you see 85. You said Oliver Luck. He's lining up a bit more to the inside. I wonder if he's going to seek to expand the field outside a bit.
Yeah, well, number 2 there coming. Oops.
Oh, that's a great hit.
Oh, and they deem it a incomplete pass.
Oh, wow.
It was a great
I thought it was a
break up
fumble.
there by number 33 for Carlstad Crusader, Hjalmar Persson, getting on the
great
field here
play.
and making an impact.
Yeah, that's a fumble. That's a fumble. I don't agree with that incomplete pass. His arm was not going forward.
Yeah, feels like he's knocking the ball out of his hands without any forward motion on the arm there, but it is deemed an incomplete, and Aztecs are punting. Fake punt, do you think so?
No.
They continue to... No, this is inbounds for Rory to return.
And he has a lot of open field. Let's see if he can make something happen here. Cuts back
Tries to cut
inside.
inside. Almost like get down as well, so stop the clock, so it will give Carlstad Crusaders offense some time. How many timeouts do Crusaders offense still have?
1 or 2, I think. I haven't really.
I know they have taken 1 timeout,
Yep.
so I think they at least have 2, right?
I think so. So let's see if they decide to try their luck down the field.
Yeah, I think they want to have one more score, field goal or touchdown before the end of this half.
Which would make it a 4-possession game. Jarman drops back, scrambles,
Just gets rid of it.
gets rid of it. It's a good decision.
Yeah, rather take that. It still stops the clock. No deep sack there and have the clock running. So play 2nd and 10. They have spotted the ball slightly wrongly. Should be on the 48-yard line. But the ref continues to play.
One high safety for Bristol. That's another deep try for the Crusaders. Oh, he gets his hand on it so close to reel that one in.
Yes. It's a tough pass to catch. He has to twist his head almost 360 degrees to be able to catch that ball. We play 3rd and 10. 26 seconds on the clock. So goal or screen probably coming up here for Crusaders.
The German drops back.
There it goes.
Gives it downfield and he finds Matteo Monzanica.
Quick timeout from the Crusaders sideline. Yes, there it comes. We're down on the Aztecs 37-yard line with 14 seconds.
1 timeout still, we think.
This is 2, maybe a 3. 20 seconds left on the clock. The referee adjusts. So 3, maybe 4 play.
Yeah, it could be.
Still think they have at least 1 timeout left, right?
Yes, I think so. And getting a score here, it's like we talked about earlier, that would be huge for the Crusaders. Equally important for the Bristol defense to keep them out of the end zone.
How far Kristoffer Helgar? I think he would be good for at least 45-yard field goal today. So would target the 25-yard line, something for Crusaders to be able to kick it.
The German drops back, slings it, and so close finding Albin Forsman.
That's the same play as they tried earlier.
Right, yep.
Are challenging that cornerback quite a bit right now. think he's still in good position there.
Yep.
Matthew Noodleman.
It's the same type
He makes the catch tough.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the same type of catch you mentioned earlier. He has to rotate his head almost completely to find that ball, and that's a tough catch to make. And that goes straight through his hands.
Yeah, it's a problem that we have seen during the start of this season. Quite a few drops by the receivers. That one was quite tough to catch, especially in this weather. But we've seen balls been thrown right at the numbers and been dropped. So they could pick up this a little bit. Now I wouldn't target this pass too far. Make sure it's a high percentage completion. Take a timeout and then try to kick it.
Yeah, let's see if they try finding something down the seam.
There Schultz.
Tim Schultz.
So, and there you go.
He is able to get out of bounds. With 4 seconds left on the clock.
I would send in the field goal unit, and they do. They almost got to the 25 line that I hoped they would go to.
That was a good call.
At the 27.
Now let's see about that range.
So that will be probably a 45-yard field goal. 44-yard field goal. Kristoffer Helgard is lining up for. Good snap, good hold. Kick is way short.
Yeah. And that's it for the first half in the quarterfinals. Strong performance, especially by the defense of both teams. A bit more fortunate for the Crusaders offense. Any takeaways from the first half, Robert?
I think the Crusaders defense is setting the standard for how defense should be played.
Yep.
Have done an awesome job. Crusaders offense still scoring 3 touchdowns is a really good grade for them. Aztecs a little bit too one-dimensional in their offense.
Yep.
I think their defense is quite holding them quite well, but the offense needs to be a little bit more explosive. Need to catch those passes, and there might be a possibility for them to get back in the game.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. There's been some close ones on those deep shots, so it's just a question about timing.
And we will not take any break in this halftime because we will have some U11 guys coming up and play U11, U13, I should say, some tackle football as a halftime action here in Karlstad. This a little bit more sun in the skies now in Sweden.
We're hopeful, and you have about 2 minutes to refill those coffee cups and come back to enjoy some U13 football here in halftime.
Yeah, Carlstad Crusaders has a great youth program, starting off with U7, which is a play 60 concept they are using. Play a U9 with flag football, and then U13 with tackle program, U11 with a tackle program, U15 also tackle program, and used to have U17 and U19, but this year there was a change from the federation side, so there is a U18 team that will play this fall.
And it's so important to have that youth organization within the organization to be able to fill in the A team with new talents coming up with young, hungry blood.
Yeah, definitely. And Crusaders or A team now has about 75% national owned products, I should say, which is great evidence that the youth program is doing well. So here's the combined U11, U13 team that's gonna play some exhibition game here during the halftime show.
And it's like you mentioned before, there's a lot of young bodies in the A team with the defensive back, and that's a result of this type of exhibition, this type of, you know, being able to show your skills on the big stage.
Yeah, I think it's great important to have some role models looking at these young kids, to be here around the A teams, to being able to to get inspired to continue to play.
Yep.
So this team is a combined girls and boys team. So both girls and boys play together in U11 and U13. We have the black team that probably will be the defensive side of the ball. We have coach Daniel Julin there giving them some instructions, and for the offense, the white team is Daniel Holmgren, Johan Asker running the play calling. We'll see what we will start off with. Play 7-man football in this age group. We have quarterback under center, running back, 2 receivers. We have a run up the middle.
Good run.
And it's a great 4-yard run there by number 10 in the white team. Have coaches coming in, getting the next call in. Starting off with a run. Good solid start for the offense.
And the sun is shining on the young players.
Yes. If the defense can step up here a little bit and shut this next play down, we'll see what the offense is trying to do. They're gonna go run or pass.
You can see Coach Holmgren almost getting ready to line up there.
Trying to get the ball a little bit more centered.
Oh,
We
it's
have
a
pass play. Going out towards the receiver who played a hitch, but the pass was a little bit overthrown there. So if you are around Karlstad then and have kids born in this age range from 2015 to 2011, 12, then feel free to contact us on social media and get down to the field. We have equipment to borrow to make a couple of practices, see if this is something you like. So everybody who wants to come down and try this out are very, very welcome.
Yeah, they definitely should. It's the best sport in the world.
Okay, we have next play called here. We have 2 wideouts on each side, running back, quarterback, 3 linemen, offense. And plays a solid 2 front, 2 edge runners, 2 linebackers, 3 DBs. We have a run by number 30. Oh, nice tackle there.
Nice tackle by number 85, I think.
Oh, awesome tackle. I think it's from our side, we feel it's important for the kids to try to play football with pads, because that's what attracts a lot of these young players. Because then we can also, from early age, with low speed, make sure that the tackling technique is there from a young age. There is also a possibility to play something called flex with a little bit more softer pads, where you don't tackle, instead you have flag equipment on. That is something that is also used in this age range.
Which is new, right?
Yeah, they introduced it a couple of years ago, but has been.
Have a pass.
Oh, great catch by number 12,
and he
oh,
gets some yard after the
catch.
catch. Good job.
That's awesome. Defense finally makes the stop. See if we get another pass play, or if they run the ball. They have 2 Bristol players that just didn't want to go inside for halftime, but rather watch this exciting game. Kiwi football field.
Good decision. Let's see what's going to happen on the next play. Coaches are getting the team ready.
Yeah, offense line up. We have a shotgun. Good snap. Running back gets the ball. And a great gang tackle there by the black defense. Get some new players onto the field.
Great play by the defense there to just meet him up on the line.
Down to the 30-yard line for the end zone. See if they manage within this short halftime break.
Would mean they have about 15 yards to go.
They have the classic Crusader defensive huddle break. Hit hard. Go under center. We have another pass play. Deep down for a wide open receiver.
Oh, so close.
That was so close. That would have been a great touchdown, but the pass was a little bit underthrown. The receiver didn't really adjust to it, but almost a touchdown for the white team. And still somehow they managed to gain 5 yards on that play. He's now spotted the ball on the 40-yard line, so it's 10 yards down to the end zone.
Yeah, that's 5 yards for effort.
Yeah. Bristol coming out to warm up a little bit. Or the second half is kicking off, and I think we might have a couple of more plays for these youngsters. Show off for the audience here at Sola Arena in Karlstad, or any of the broadcasts we are doing. We are broadcasting live on CEFL Play and also on NVT and VF, the local newspaper here in Karlstad, Värmland. And also on American Football International, that is for our international audience. Get the next play lined up. Running back is slightly far back.
I think we might have the black team on offense now.
Yes, they have swapped. Now it's time for black team when white is on defense.
High snap.
High snap. Let's see if we get it up.
Yep.
And he start
Running
scrambling, and he's
Quick
scrambling
feet.
on that side.
Good
We'll
move.
see if we can do the
Lots
tackle.
of speed going on. Oh, what a stiff arm. One
and
more.
continue.
Keeps running. Oh, what a
touchdown.
play by number 2. Wow.
Ah,
Talk about making something out of nothing.
a little bit high snap. Managed to get control over the ball. Cruising around a little bit in the backfield. Finally see an opening. Striding down the sideline for an awesome touchdown by the black team.
What a play.
Yeah, and I think that is why they spotted the ball there as well. Turnover on downs.
Right. Looks like the black team is going to get another go on offense. There's a good snap.
Have a pass attempt.
Slings it deep. Oh, so close to connecting.
Over the defensive back, but not quite to the wide receiver. So we have another incomplete pass. Head in for the next play. Still have not seen Carlstad Crusaders getting out of the locker rooms. Maybe a bit cold, so they stay in as long as possible.
Could be. Not sure how much time we have left. We'll see when they turn up. Here in the quarterfinals between Bristol Aztecs and the Carlstad Crusaders in Sola Arena, Karlstad.
Yeah, we can also mention the other quarterfinals will be played in between. We have the Thonon Black Panthers facing Badalona Drags. They will be playing at 6 o'clock this evening. We also have Karlstad Broncos and Kragujevac Wild Boars that will be playing 6:30 this evening. And tomorrow we have the final quarterfinal between Schwäbisch Hall Unicorns and Warsaw Eagles. Because that a little bit surprisingly beat Stockholm Mean Machines in the earlier run.
It's a good throw, good catch.
Good completion. And a great tackle coming in by number 14. Maybe it is one more or two more plays for the black offense here for the Kiwi football teams here in Carlstad Crusaders.
Yeah, who started with definitely what we would describe as a highlight play, that first run by number 2.
And maybe this would be a run play. Looks like the quarterback and running back had some discussions. We have a sweep on the left side, and he cuts down back in and continue to run. But we have a gang tackle by the white team, finally getting him down at the 45-yard line.
That's a great show by the U11, U13 teams here.
We have one final play before the halftime is over.
Now we see the Crusaders coming back onto the field.
And the kids will get some audience here for the last plays of the exhibition game. Looks like another pass, or is number 2 going to scramble again? A drop there by number 7, trying to pick up another first down or touchdown. But that is a great way to end this halftime. Even though you might be at home, give the kids here a big applaud for showing off their skills in the halftime of this
great show. They received some well-deserved applause from both the audience and the teams. We're going to take a short break here before we return for the second half of the game. So quickly refill the coffee cups and we'll see you here in a few minutes. Thank you.
Time to get ready for the second half. Carlstad Crusaders will kick off and Bristol Aztecs will receive.
And we're back for the second half of this quarterfinal between Carlstad Crusaders and the Bristol Aztecs. The Crusaders are up 21-0. What do you want to see from the Bristol Aztecs in this half, Robert?
They need to get their passing game going.
Yep.
A little bit more alternative on the running game. It's been up the middle, more or less.
Yep.
80% of the time running games.
I agree.
I think they get the ball back. They need to have a great first drive, finish that off with a touchdown to get into this game. They have another 3 and out. The Karlstad go down and score. It feels like it's more or less over. A great return here.
Oh, what a return.
Does he take it all the way? Oh, awesome return by number 7, Andrew James Carr, taking the ball into Carlstad Crusader territory.
And that's definitely what you want to see from the special teams opening up this second half. Just getting down the field, showing the offense the way, and hopefully they can continue to build on this momentum.
It's a energy injection, just seeing that. Didn't make it all the way into Karlstad territory. They're on their own 49-yard line, but a great field position for them to start this drive.
I wonder if we're going to see a bit more screens now.
Keep screens as the Crusaders D is quite aggressive. Short passes, make sure that they get the offense going, but Philippe and Bakker playing that play awesomely, just shutting it down with a loss of 2 yards.
It's a great play, especially coming out of that half. You might not even be fully warm yet, but being able to make that hit, now you're ready to go. So the Aztecs get a 2nd and 12.
Back to that position where they don't want to be. They don't want to have this long second down.
Something wrong with the game clock here?
Yeah, I think they should down to a little bit of a problem with the mic from the referee there. Now they're back.
11:24, getting ready to. And now, in this position, we've seen some runs. Let's see if they have changed that up. Oh, here's another run, who is stopped instantly by number 8, Sebastian Franzen. And that's a name we've mentioned a couple of times now, making plays on those type of runs.
Yeah. Both Sebastian and Lucas Hedberg and Adam Claesson are big bodies that is tough to run against. Even though they play a 3 front, they have 2 solid linebackers filling those holes as well. So
let's see if they decide to go another run here or pass the ball. Oh, now it's a pass, roll out. Cannot find his receiver. And that's an incomplete pass.
Uncatchable ball, even though there were some contact by the Carlstad Crusader DB there.
Yeah, this is kind of a hard throw to make under pressure, especially with that many white jerseys around the receiver. You want to see maybe some drag routes, some screens, some easy completions, just to get the passing game going.
Okay, we have the punt. If we try to angle it out of bounds, or if Rory Kelly will have a possibility to return this.
Looks like to be towards the sideline. Yeah, it's a great punt.
It's a great
What a punt. It bounces pretty much on the 19-yard line and then out.
Yeah, here in Spencer, Butland has I think the first punt was a little bit shaky, but after that stepped up in the punting game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Karlstad again has a long field, down on their own 20-yard line. So what do you think Crusaders offense is looking for now?
Now I think they want to establish the offense, get going, some mixed runs, passes. I think they want to chew off some clock and get into the end zone eventually, obviously.
Okay, here comes the kill shot.
Deep throw. And he connects. Wow.
Forsman takes that perfectly.
Yep.
Getting chased down by Edward Omande. So Carlstad Crusaders get the ball down to the Bristol 30-yard line. That's a 50-yard pass, more or less.
And once again, like, I want to put emphasis on this. You see Albin Forsman, he gets a free release. He's untouched, running full speed down the middle. That's too dangerous, and Crusaders are too good to be allowed to do that. You got to disrupt this type of route early to break off the timing.
Yeah, Forsman is a great route runner. Maybe not have the top speed as some of the receivers, but he knows how to run the routes.
Slade Jarman rolls out, finds number 2 there, Richard Guillon. And we have a flag after the play.
See what they see there.
Let's see if we can see anything on the replay here.
An offensive pass interference.
Offense number 12 at the 15-yard penalty.
Okay. And that's a shame. And that means number 12 on the Crusaders, Albin Forsman, is preventing the defensive players to get close to the ball before he has caught it. So you got to wait before you make that block until after your teammate has caught it. So now it's 1st and 25.
Schultz, and he bounces that tackle.
Spins
Tried
into
to
the
spin
middle
inside.
and gets about 4 yards.
Slade Jarman to Tim Schultz for a short gain. We had 2nd and...
I tell you what, Tim Schultz has really been a workhorse for the offense of this game. He's been making some plays, taking some hits, and
he can run, he can catch, and he's able to shut off defenders. So great effort so far this game.
Still a long way to go for the first down. Jarman drops back, slings over the middle. He finds number 4, who's tackled at about the 30-yard line.
Theo Markusson, who catches that, and is tackled by number 17, Daniel Bate. We're closing into where they started this possession.
Yep. 3rd and 11.
I think it's also a 2-down territory here. They don't have to get the first down in this first play.
Oh, they draw the defense offside, get a free play.
Just throw it up there to Albin. Oh, what a catch!
What a catch. He's playing a game here. The flag should be off defensive offside, so that should decline that, which would make it about 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
He just need to get a foot in, and he does.
Yeah.
An awesome catch and a great control of the body.
Absolutely.
Getting the feet down on the 2-yard line for Carlstad Crusaders.
And this is the connection we've seen Slade Jarman has been looking for. Now it seems to click a bit better. They've already connected for 2 big plays.
Here we have another heavy option, and Slade's taking this himself into the end zone.
And that's another 6 points for the Crusaders.
We have a 27-0 score pending the extra point. This is a great work by the offense,
Yeah.
both the line and the blocking corps.
That's such a sign of strength coming out with a touchdown after that first and 25 play that they had to make.
Yeah. Elgar is kicking.
And the kick is good, which
Right
will
down.
make it 28-0.
8 minutes left of the third quarter. Great start by the Crusaders.
Absolutely.
Exactly what they wanted, I think. Going out there, establishing a good offensive drive.
Yep.
First defense just goes down and stops Aztecs, and then having the offense just get their rhythm going.
There's been a lot of strong plays from the Crusaders in this game. So what do you think, again, what do the Bristol Aztecs need to do to get back?
To be honest, 28-0, they have not showed anything yet that feels that they will want to change. A little bit similar, maybe a little bit more deep balls, a little bit more passing.
Another great return. Once again, Andrew James Carr takes it up to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and that is something they definitely need from Bristol's side. Get good field position, give the offense an opportunity to at least smell the end zone for Carlstad Crusaders to get this positive energy into their offense, because they start to look a little bit, I shouldn't say tired, but a little bit less energy than they started off. Even though British teams are usually known to play to the last second of every game. Comes the pass. Sides arms it.
The good coverage by number 42 in the Crusaders, Mattias Eriksson.
Yeah, we haven't seen Darius St. Robinson's connection with quarterback Ethan Gretzinger on that level that I expected before this game.
I agree. Now we have a bunch formation.
We only have 2 DBs covering. Rory's slowly getting over there.
Yep. Looks to have noticed it. It's 3 against 3 at least. Crusaders coming up on the blitz.
Now the run.
Yep.
Up the middle. Mattias Eriksson and Alex Gooding is taking care of that. Play 3rd and 8.
You can really appreciate the experience from Rory Kelly here. You know, they try to make the defense move out of the box, but he kind of lingers in his old position, not fully committing to the bunch, being ready for that run. Rolls out, it's a deep pass.
Backside. That is an incomplete. Both players are fighting for the ball, so no flag at either way there. So we have a 4th down, 4th and 8 from their own 43-yard line.
It's a really good play by Ludwig Widmark.
Yeah, and as I said, the defensive back group is quite young, but they have been playing football since they played the Pee Wee exhibition game about 5-6 years ago. So they know football coming up into the A team. I think the average age for the DBs is about 19 to 20 years.
I was close to the block there, and it stresses out the punter a bit, and the punt will only go about 10-15 yards. I'm a bit surprised to see the punt there. I mean, yeah, you're down in your own field, but still, it's 28-0. You really got to go for it at this point, I think.
You need something positive. Taking a long first down on the 4th down play would be one of those injectors. Now it feels like, okay, let's get rid of the ball, get this game over as soon as possible.
Crusaders offense getting ready at their own 45-yard line. Hand off.
Tom Andersson this time with the running the ball, and he fights.
It's a good
get
run.
a couple of extra yards.
Tom Andersson taking some tough yards up on the side.
Tom Andersson, who's a strong runner, he does a really good job there. Advances about 6 yards.
Also a young guy coming up from the youth program, played U19 football last year. Was part of the A team as well to get some experience. This year have the possibility to get some more reps.
Yeah, he's staying in there. Another run, right up the gut.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the running style we have seen from Tom earlier. Just putting your head down and get your legs pumping to get those extra yards.
And you really got to appreciate the offensive line here, how they move the line of scrimmage forward. I mean, they're already almost 2 or 3 yards down once Tom hits the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and I think the starting offensive line today was about 192 centimeters and 130 kilo average, and then you have Anton Jansson as a blocking running back, H-back.
Good patience. You see some
size.
open rest. Let's see if he can take it all the way.
Great run by Tom.
Great run, and especially I want to mention the patience you see in his run on this. Let's see the replay.
It's about a 35-yard run, right up in the middle.
See, there's nothing on the outside. He waits out. There it is on the inside. He cuts back, and there's a lot of open area right there, and he takes advantage of that. Good job.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Oh.
Mixing it up with a pass, targeting number 2 there, Richard Guillon. One of the French recruits Carlstad Crusaders has brought in this year.
Yeah. I gotta wonder if what we're seeing here is the Bristol defense wearing out after being on the field for so long. Like they've been playing so many snaps in this game, so that's a tough task.
Yeah, definitely.
Jarman drops back for the pass, and he connects up the middle with, I think it's number 88, Matteo Monzanica.
The ball to number 88, Matteo Monzanica. And we have 3rd and 2 coming up.
Looks like Crusaders are switching into heavy personnel. Get those final yards.
Are we gonna see the tush push? The famous tush push from Carlstad Crusaders.
Yep.
There we go. And it's a first down.
The first
Looks
down
like
for sure.
The referee is coming in to mark it.
Keeping the ball with his so-called tush push play. Gaining the yard.
Not.
We have 4th down.
It is 4th down.
They stopped them after 1. Good defensive effort there from the Aztecs defense, stopping Crusaders from getting the first down.
Let's see if we see that quick pass again from under center.
Or is it the tush push again?
Loading the box, both teams. See if they can muscle their way into the end zone. Crusaders gets the push. Let's see if it's enough.
Not all the way to the end zone, but it is a first down.
And it looks like we have a first down, Carlstad Crusaders.
They stay with the same personnel.
Yep.
Are they going to continue? They have about 2 yards to go. First and goal on the 2-yard line.
Loading the box once more.
Now they fake it from there. Oh, it's an interception. What a play by the Aztecs defense. Number 18 there.
Mateo
coming in and picking off. He was targeting Jakob Bergvall there, Slade. He will try to fake the tush push and surprise with a pass, but Matthews was not buying it and taking a pick.
I wonder if it was the initial stumble there at the handoff that screwed up the timing.
Yeah, I think that they wanted to throw that pass a little bit earlier. But good play by the Aztecs defense.
Absolutely.
And see if they can capitalize on this, get some positive energy, stopping the Carlstad Crusaders twice now in the red zone with interceptions.
Yep.
Get another run, this time by number 40, Archibald Callum.
He's stopped at the line of scrimmage pretty much.
Alex Gooding, number 40 on the top. Sorry, number 32, Elias Rosenqvist.
The Carlstad Crusaders baiting some new guys into the field as well. Have Isak Berg normally playing on the O-line, going in as defensive tackle. And another run up in the brick wall of Carlstad Crusader players. And it is a loss of 1 more or less, and we're playing 3rd and 10, I'd say. We have 2 verticals.
Oh, that's a hold. Yeah, there it is.
And
that's a hold on number 40.
I believe
Alex Gooding was held.
Should decline this, perhaps as it was an incomplete pass, and play 4th down. Or do you think they will send them back? Looks like a decline.
Offensive penalties decline. 4th down.
Play 4th and 10 from their own 20-yard line, and then send in the punt unit.
We're gonna have 4th down and 9 to go, and it looks like Bristol is sending in their punt.
Yeah, in Karlstad we also have a British guy, Matthew Daughtry, our center, number 56, playing against his fellow countrymen.
High short punt.
Kick, and it's out of bounds at the 35-yard line, more or less.
Will take over in great field position.
7.
First and 10.
Carlstad Crusaders offense once again get a great field position.
Yep.
Once more, 3 out by our.
Yeah, the Aztec defense has really struggled to get some momentum going in this game, and you can tell, obviously on the scoreboard, but also the defense is having to work really hard.
We see more of a junior O-lineman from Karlstad now, having subbed in 3 new O-linemen, Olga Andersson and
Quick connection between Slade Robin and Matteo Mozzanica. Picks up about 6 yards. We have second
quick
and 4.
pass.
That as well is in there, and I think Erik Nyström also is in there, so some of the younger players getting some playing time now as well.
Yeah. It's a quick pass to Matteo Mozzanica. Gives about 7 yards. Like it, 2nd and 3. The German drops back. He is unable to connect again with Matteo, who loses control of that ball.
Third down. I think also this is a 2 down to get the first
Yes.
down
Yeah,
rather than trying to kick any field goal.
My guess would see that Tom will get the ball here, and he will probably pick up the first. Tom gets the ball,
Try to get
rushes
on the
towards
outside.
the outside,
And there he
there's
gets
the
it.
first.
And we have a first down. Carlstad Crusaders. Great call there, Olof.
Well, thank you.
Have a little bit more than 1 minute left on the third quarter.
Now let's see if Slade Jarman will play out the third quarter here, and then Crusaders will sub in number 5, Simon Turzik, quarterback for the fourth quarter.
Karlstad will have a long season. They have more or less had their only bye week if they continue to advance in this CEFL. They will play more or less every week going forward. So it's good to get everybody involved, get some rest on the key players.
Also, it's always important to get the young players some game experience, especially in these high-profile games.
Yeah, definitely. Go back to the pass. There. Oh,
so
that
close.
was a tough ball aiming for Richard Gillon.
49 seconds left in the third quarter. The Crusaders are up by 28-0.
Tough run by Tom Anderson.
Yeah.
Gaining a couple of yards, and we're playing third down.
It's a third and about 8 yards to go. Let's see if they decide to go empty here. See if they try to connect with a short pass to make the fourth down more manageable. Oh, it's a draw for quarterback Slade Jarman, who goes down after getting the first down. Good play.
And we have the end of the third quarter. Carlstad Crusader leading Bristol Aztecs 28-0. Are down on the Aztecs 12-yard line. And we swap sides for the last time in this game. So is there anything Aztecs can do to turn this around?
No, I doubt it at this point. Is it now a 5-possession game?
Or
4-possession game, and the Crusaders defense has been playing so well. I doubt there's anything they can do at this point to come away with the win.
And if Karlstad would score here, it would be 35, which means mercy rule. The clock will tick a little bit faster.
Yep. So 12 minutes left of this quarterfinal when the Crusaders are facing the Bristol Aztecs.
And Bristol has a tough game against the London Warriors, I think, next weekend as well, or if it was the London Blitz. So maybe their thoughts are soon also focusing on shift on how can we make sure that we go into that game with everybody healthy. Tom Anderson continues to run, and just as I said that, we do have an injury on a Bristol player, so make sure the medical staff go in and check that out. 28. Itimewiko Mwazawa. That is down on the turf. Looks to be pretty okay though. The breather to get up.
Yeah, he's able to walk off the field by his own. It's good to see.
Big applaud by the crowd here, and we are playing second down, 2nd and 8 from the Bristol 12-yard line.
The handoff up the middle. Anderson carries it for about 4 yards.
4 yards. Tom is getting a lot of reps here in the second half. I have Oliver Skoglund as a running back. I have not seen him yet on the field today.
And the Crusaders are using a lot of the clock here. Gotta hats off to the Bristol Aztec defense too, managing to be able to play on this high level for so long.
There's a pass to Anton Jansson. Now we got that H-back coming up the steam and finally get the catch, and result is a touchdown. We have 34-0, and Carlstad Crusaders lining up for the extra point. Perfect pass there from Slade Jarman.
Yeah. It's a great catch. It's a low snap, good hold, and the kick is good.
We got the 35-0, which means that we are now entering the mercy rule period with 10:19 left on the clock in the fourth quarter.
It's also worth mentioning, depending on how it goes in the other games, we'll see if the Crusaders get another home game in this international tournament.
Yeah, it's a little bit depending on who wins rankings and whatnot, but to play the semi-final at home, they have to be one of the top 2 ranked teams. Carlstad Crusaders was ranked number 4 going into the tournament.
Yep.
Once again, number 7 returning the kick. A great return again. Then we see number 21, Alphonse Schmidt, coming in making the tackle. The young guy coming in from Karlskoga from last year, Karlstad.
And drops back
And
is sacked.
a big sack there by number 19, Adam Claesson, shutting down that pass attempt from Ethan Greitzinger. Play 2nd and 14 from the Aztecs 32-yard line.
The clock rolling, we have about 8.5 minutes left to go. Here comes some trickery.
And number 2, Darius St. Robinson, they needed to get the ball in his hands, and they did like a reverse sweep, and
We get some yards from it.
Yeah, definitely. And it's Elias Rosenqvist in the end making the stop. Getting him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. We play 3rd and 11.
Really this type of play you wanted to see earlier from the Bristol
Something
offense?
different
Yeah.
a little bit earlier. It was a little bit too one-dimensional, actually, for the first 3 quarters. Here we have another pass. Now got Darius St. Robinson involved in the game, and we have a flag. We have some people getting a little bit upset.
Could it potentially be a late hit?
Look at the run. Action. And a gang tackle coming in. And he's throwing him to the ground, which is not approved when you're outside the area or inside the field either. You cannot pick up a guy and slam him to the ground. That results in a personal foul, 15 yards, and an automatic first down for Aztecs. And we actually have a stoppage of time. Now we get the clock rolling again. Maybe it is not mercy rule in the CEFL.
Maybe not.
High
That's a high snap over the head of the quarterback.
And
He falls on it to give the Bristol Aztec another chance.
better control that and then try to pick it up and get tackled and not get control over the football. See Alphonse Schmidt there closing in, making sure that the quarterback doesn't pick it up and run any further. Another pass attempt, and we have the deep ball
shot.
going, and it's a little bit overthrown, but not by much. If it would have been a little bit shorter, it could have been a completion and actually also a touchdown.
And that's kind of been the theme of these deep balls. It's just not quite been there.
Yeah, and that's the difference they had in the Amsterdam Crusader game, where they got these deep ball completions and could sprint away with a couple of early touchdowns.
Yep.
We have a little bit more trickery.
It's a great play by Rory Kelly.
Rory comes up and shuts that down. Andrew James Carr there wanted so bad to get around the corner and sprint all the way down to just get something on the scoreboard for the Aztecs, but Rory shuts it down, and we have 4th and 25.
And another punt.
And we send in the punt unit, and Rory heads back to return. So far has only had one return. Most of the punts are going out the sideline. Flag on the play, and the ball is kicked out of bounds.
See what the
flag is. Seems to be on Carlstad Crusaders, probably an alignment, offside or something. If they repunt it or the penalty is.
Looks like the legal motion, which will give the Crusaders offense 5 yards from the end of the kick due to that illegal motion. And now we see Slade Jarman getting some well-deserved rest, and we have number 5, Simon Turusik, taking his place at quarterback.
Another young player, 18 years old, coming in from the Carlstad Crusader U19 youth program, heading over to the States this fall to play some high school football. And he
Keeps
keeps
the
the
ball.
ball and he starts running.
Oh, what
and
a
he
play.
gets tackled by number 28. Also tried to do like a Heimlich maneuver on Simon, more or less.
Keeps the ball himself. Gains about 20 yards. We have
First down
Carlstad Crusaders.
for Simon Tursic. And he jogs off the field. Now
Looks
he's
like
just
he's just trying
running
to
to
get the
get
call.
the call in. About 20 seconds on the play clock, so let's get it going.
We have 10 seconds left on the play clock. At 5. Play off, he keeps the ball himself and gets about 3 yards running up the middle.
Yes, and we have a new running back, number 37 in Karlstad, Oliver Skoglund, also getting some airtime here on the stream.
We have about 4 minutes left of the game. Well, you got to say that all phases of the game, Karlstad has been the better team today, and they will walk away tonight with a well-deserved win. Quick pass. I think that will be enough for a first down with forward progress.
Is receiver number 86, Robin Yulin.
That's number 86, Robin Yulin catching that ball.
Nope, it's third down.
It's third and very short.
Simon will keep the ball. I know he loves keeping the ball running himself. He'll have 2 running backs to hand off to. This time it's Oliver Skoglund. Gets it, but a loss of 3 yards. And we're playing 4th down.
Stops that run for a 2-yard loss without a 4th down.
It looks like the Crusaders will go for it here. Oh,
And
that
it's,
will not be enough for a first down, and that will be a turnover on downs, giving the ball to the Aztec offense.
So we have a 2-minute warning coming up, and Karlstad will most likely win this game. And depending on how the scores goes in the other games, we have Karlstad Broncos number 1 ranked, Thornton Black Panthers number 2, and Schwabisch number 3. So for Karlstad to play a home game, 2 of these teams need to lose the next round. If 2 or more wins of those 3 teams, Karlstad will play away against, also depending on the results, some of these teams.
It'll be exciting to see how that turns out. That's an incomplete pass, and you have any takeaways to share with us tonight, Robert, from this game?
I think Karlstad defense is making a statement that it's a top defense.
Yep.
One of the best in Sweden, Nordics, and also in Europe, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Offense is getting some things going. Running game has been splendid tonight.
Yep.
Passing games has a little bit more to wish for. But it's still a solid.
Oh, what a hit.
Solid.
It's so that hit is so impressive, but the fact that Andrew James Carr hangs on to that ball.
That catch is unbelievable. A really well timed tackle by Rory. He hits him very good legally in that sense, and the tough tackle. And
that's actually Elias Rosenqvist who makes that hit.
Oh, is it Elias? Wow. Hopefully everything is well with Andrew James Carr there, but grabbing that ball and then holding on to it is
Very impressive.
amazing. Have the doctors attend Andrew here, sure that he is okay. Get up by himself soon.
You could almost see the hit coming while the ball was in the air. Elias read that perfectly.
Yeah, he had no chance to go for the ball, so make sure that if he grabs it, he won't advance it any further. And Andrew is up on his legs now and jogging off the field, so he just lost the air there a little bit. Hopefully that's all, and he can be back in the game soon. But first down for Aztecs.
Yeah.
53 seconds left. Should they break the donut for Carlstad Crusader, the 35-0 sign, and get some points on the board, or would the Crusader end up victorious 35-0? Clock is running. Their pass
Deep ball.
towards
Not able to connect.
Incomplete pass.
30 seconds left, so if they want to get a play before this game is over, they need to hurry up.
20 seconds, and they stress to make this next play going before the end of the game.
Ethan drops
Oh,
back, and he
there
is sacked.
Another
by
sack, this
number-
time by Alphonse Schmidt, who makes that sack for Carlstad Crusaders.
That's a name we've said a bunch of times since he gotten into the game. He's been making some
he's
plays.
a fast player, aggressive player, and a athletic guy. So if he gets some reps in these type of games, he could be a great addition to the Karlstad defense
Absolutely.
if needed also later on this season.
A well-played game by the Crusaders, who will advance to the semifinals in this international tournament. Any takeaways from tonight, Robert?
I think it's a solid game.
Yep.
Defense doesn't let in a points in either of the first two games. Offense score quite a bit. I think there's still some improvements to be done on the offensive side to be able to compete here in the semi-final and a possible final.
Yeah.
But a solid game, great coaching, great talents on the team, and a great execution, winning 35-0 in a quarterfinal. That's nothing but the hat off for Carlstad Crusaders today. Bristol fighting to the last second of the game. I think their defense had a really good game, even though
absolutely
letting in 35 points is tough to say, but being on the field more or less 80% of the time today, felt like, and standing up and making plays all the way through. I hoped a little bit more about the offense from Aztecs. Felt like they didn't adjust so much in halftime that they needed. Didn't really go for the long ball. They didn't have that connection with the receivers today. But
we saw some flashes, but that wasn't until later in the game, and by that time it was too late. And also to mention by the Crusaders often, they had 2 interceptions in the end zone. So that's 12 points who they left on the field.
Yeah. And Andrew James Carr gets the MVP for Bristol Aztecs.
Very well deserved.
Number 42, Matthias.
And for Carlstad Crusaders, number 42, Mattias Eriksson,
Also
MVP Carlstad Crusaders.
Also very well deserved. Very good team effort by the Crusaders, who win this game and will advance to the semifinals. Well deserved.
And Carlstad Crusaders continue their Super Series next weekend, and I think the semi-final here is in about 3 weeks, so we'll know who they will play here after today and tomorrow's games, and we'll see who they will face off in the semi-final.
And that's it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us and listening to this broadcast and watching this game. Thank you for tonight.
Thank you.